Last time, I discovered my husband of 27 years was getting married to someone else in 4 days. He'd stolen our savings, forged my signature on $1 million loan, got his mistress pregnant, and he invited me to the wedding. So I went. I'm sorry, I have a question. The music stopped. 300 heads turned. It was the most satisfying silence I've ever heard. David turned. His face went white. Pure terror. Vivian, get out. Now. I just have one question, David. It's a financial question. I know you're so good with those. I began walking down the aisle. Slowly. Every step was deliberate. Every eye was on me. I could hear whispers. Is that his wife? Oh my God! Someone should stop her. But no one did. I reached the front. I turned to Serafina. I smiled. A real smile. He's very generous, isn't he? Your dress is beautiful, Vera Wong. And these flowers, my goodness. And the waterfront project, so ambitious. David takes care of his family, something you probably wouldn't understand. There it was. The cruelty, the victory in her voice. She thought she'd won. Oh, I understand. I really do. I understand that he funded your entire business with our joint savings, but I'm just a little confused about the $1 million loan. Serafina's smile faltered. She looked at David. Vivian, don't. This is not the place. It's the only place. You see, I spoke to Jim at the bank. He told me you'd refinance the house. Our house? The one my father left me. A murmur went through the crowd. I could feel it. The tide turning. He did what he had to do to secure our future, his real family. That word. Real. Like I was a ghost. Like 27 years were nothing. He did. He certainly did. He signed the papers last Thursday. $1 million. Wired it all to Vance Capital. I paused. Let them all see it coming. The only problem is, he forged my signature. The ballroom went silent. Absolutely silent. You could hear champagne bubbles popping. You're lying. You're hysterical. Am I? Jim, you're here. David invited you. Tell me, did I come to your office last Thursday? Did I sign a HELOC application for $1 million? Number? No, Mrs. LaRoche, you didn't. David said you were out of the country, that you'd pre-signed. I was in the country. I was, in fact, at home planting petunias. But this is the best part. I turned back to David. I stepped closer. You're a good lawyer, David. You're meticulous. But you got sloppy. You're stressed. You're planning a wedding. You're juggling a wife and a pregnant mistress. It's a lot. I get it. When my father left me that house, he didn't just put it in my name. He put it in an irrevocable trust, a trust that I am the sole trustee of, a trust that explicitly states that it cannot be used as collateral for any loan, for any reason, without the signatures of 2 trustees, and I am the only one. David's face went from white to gray. He wasn't just a groom anymore. He was a defendant. What does that mean? I let the silence hang for a beat. Let them all understand. It means the loan is void. It means the bank is clawing back that $1 million today. It means your waterfront project, Ms. Vance, is officially bankrupt. And it means the man you are about to marry just committed aggravated bank fraud, wire fraud, and forgery. You told me it was handled. You said the house was yours. You said, Serafina, not now. Not now? Not now? I'm 5 months pregnant. My entire business is collapsing. You told me you were divorced. The crowd gasped. Even I wasn't expecting that one. Divorced? Oh, sweetheart, we're very much married. 27 years this Sunday, actually. You said she knew. You said it was amicable. You said she was fine with this. And there it was. She wasn't the villain. She was another victim. He'd lied to her, too. Well, about some things. Did he tell you about the 7 miscarriages? Did he tell you how he held my hand in the hospital and told me I was enough? Serafina's face crumpled. For just a second, I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. David, this is insane. Vivian, you need to leave. You're making a scene. You're embarrassing yourself. Oh, David, I'm just getting started. Lauren, come up here. Lauren, his sister, was sitting in the second row. She froze. Don't be shy. You brought me groceries, remember? You told me I'd be fine, that I'd get a nice condo. Come on, tell everyone. When did you know your brother was planning this? Vivian, I don't think this is 6 months ago, a year, or was it longer? Lauren's face went red. She looked at David. He shook his head slightly, but she was already sinking. I didn't know he lied to her. He told me they had an understanding. An understanding. I laughed. A real laugh. It echoed in the silent ballroom. An understanding. Is that what we're calling fraud now? Tell me, Lauren, that charity you work for, the Children's Foundation, do they know you helped your brother hide assets? Because I have emails where you helped him open accounts, transfer money. You're the co-signer on 3 of them. He's my brother. I was helping him. Helping him commit wire fraud is still wire fraud, Lauren. She sat down, hard. Her husband stared at her like he'd never seen her before. Oh, and David. What? I brought some guests. They're waiting in the lobby. 2 detectives from the white-collar crime division. They just have a few questions about your signature and mine. On cue, and I mean perfect timing, the ballroom doors opened. 2 detectives in suits walked in. Detective Morrison, the one I'd spoken to, gave me the slightest nod. Mr. LaRoche, we need you to come with us. We have a warrant for your arrest. The crowd exploded, gasps, whispers. Someone's aunt fainted. Bridesmaids were crying. David just stood there, frozen. You can't. Vivienne, tell them this is a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? I stepped closer, close enough that only he could hear me. You stole my money. You forged my name. You humiliated me. You threw away 27 years like it was nothing. And you thought I would just disappear. I spoke louder. For everyone, congratulations on your marriage, David. I turned. I walked back down the aisle. I didn't run. I didn't look back. The string quartet was silent. 300 people watched me go. As I reached the door, I heard the first scream. Serafina. Then I heard Detective Morrison reading David his rights. I stepped into the sunlight, and I smiled. The story made the papers. Of course it did. Prominent attorney arrested at own wedding for bank fraud. Groom hauled away in handcuffs as bride looks on. My favorite headline, scorned wife crashes wedding, exposes $1 million scam, scorned. As if this was about jealousy. This was about justice. The bank clawed back the $1 million. Every penny. Serafina's waterfront project collapsed within 48 hours. Investors pulled out. Her company filed for bankruptcy by Tuesday. David tried to claim it was all her idea, that she'd manipulated him. Serafina claimed he duped her, that she thought the money was legitimate. I think the truth is, they were just 2 versions of the same greedy soul. They deserved each other. The prosecutors offered me a deal, testify against David, and they'd go easier on Lauren for her role in the transfers. I said no. Let them both face what they'd done. The trial was fast. David tried to fight it, but the evidence was overwhelming. Forged signatures, illegal wire transfers, fraudulent loan documents. His own lawyer looked exhausted. I sat in the gallery every single day. I wanted him to see me. I wanted him to know I wasn't hiding. Mrs. LaRoche, isn't it true that you and my client had discussed refinancing the property? Number, isn't it possible you simply forgot signing the documents? Number, I never signed them. Your client forged my signature. I have a handwriting expert who confirmed it. Would you like me to repeat that? The jury deliberated for 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. David was sentenced to 5 years. He served 18 months before being released on parole. He was disbarred permanently. Lauren lost her job at the Children's Foundation. Turns out, helping your brother commit fraud isn't great for a charity's reputation. She and her husband divorced 6 months later. Serafina? She had the baby, a boy. She moved back in with her parents. Last I heard, she was working in her father's dental practice as a receptionist. I hope the boy grows up to be nothing like his father. It's been 2 years. I'm sitting on a small balcony. The ocean is just beyond the railing. The sun is setting. I have a cup of tea. I have a book. I have peace. I had to sell the house. The trust protected it, but the fight had poisoned it. I couldn't sleep in that bedroom anymore. Couldn't walk through that kitchen without seeing him standing there, negotiating my surrender, so I sold it. I made a profit, actually. Turns out the real estate market was good to me. I bought this small place, just 2 rooms, a bedroom and a living space that opens to the ocean. It's all I need. I started teaching again, part-time, literature at the community college. My students are mostly adults coming back to finish their degrees, single mothers, veterans, people rebuilding. I like that. Rebuilding. I got a letter last month from David. He's out on parole. He wanted to apologize. He wanted closure. I didn't open it. I don't need his apology. I don't need his closure. I have my own. Susan Miller from Book Club reached out last year. She wanted to explain why she looked away at the wedding. She said she didn't know what to do. She was afraid of making it worse. I told her the truth. The only thing worse than betrayal is the silence of the people who watch it happen. We're not friends anymore, but I have new friends now. Real ones. Women who've been through their own fires. We meet every Thursday. We call ourselves the Phoenix Club. We drink wine. We laugh. We tell our stories. And we remind each other, you can't burn a woman who's already walked through the flames. I kept the invitation, not the printed one, the email. I have it saved in a folder labeled Evidence. I look at it sometimes, not often, but sometimes. It's not a reminder of the pain. It's not a trophy. It's a reminder that sometimes the worst day of your life isn't an ending. It's an unveiling. It's the moment the lights come on and you finally see the room you're in, the people you're with, the lies you've been living. And once you see it, really see it, you can't unsee it. But that's the gift, because once you know the truth, you get to choose what comes next. He thought he was burying me. He didn't know I was a seed. And seeds don't die in the dark. They root, they wait. And when the time is right, they grow. I'm Vivian. I'm 58 years old. I've been betrayed. I've been humiliated. I've been left with nothing. And I'm still here, stronger, wiser, free. If you're watching this and you're in that moment, the moment where your world is splitting in two, I want you to know something. You are not the lies they told you. You are not the betrayal. You are not the victim of their story. You are the author of what comes next, so write it. Write it with fire. Write it with grace. Write it with justice. But whatever you do, don't let them write your ending. This is Auntie Sage reminding you, they can take your money. They can take your time. They can take your trust. But they can't take your truth. And the truth? The truth always finds the light. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a sunset to watch and a life to live, and it's all mine.